Welcome back to Everything Money. This will be a more serious episode because this is a very drastic warning to new, young investors. I'm here with Paul and Mo. You'll see a lot of videos out there about penny stocks. And people have asked us, Paul, why we don't invest in penny stocks. And unfortunately, there have been some news articles out there about YouTube experts getting approached by penny stock CEOs or marketing developing teams and saying they want to pay us to promote a young company with most likely crappy financials. And Jimmy from Learn to Invest was in here and said he got approached about a penny stock. He said, I'll take a look at the financials.
And what did they say to him?
They even offered him to pay more, upwards of $15,000.
Well, not only that, they said, don't look at the financials. Look at our deck we're going to send you. Just focus on the pro formas. Yeah.
We get those.
All they say is like, don't even worry about the financials. Just look at what we're telling you is going to happen, the pro formas.
So unfortunately, again, how do we say they're not doing this? But the idea of pumping and dumping stocks, meaning that they are going to, a large YouTube channel is going to get approached by a company that they're going to say, you're welcome to buy a bunch of our penny stocks, talk about it on your show, and then whenever you sell, that's fine. We need interest driven to our companies. I told Paul to pull up three companies. Alpine for Tech, Paul, is one behind you.
$2.19.
Enzolytics.
18 cents.
Sunworks Inc.
$5.98.
On February 10th, one of our adversaries, Stock Moe, and funny, Paul, I've seen pictures of his family, and I'm sad. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Stock Moe highlighted these three stocks on February 10th as his
oh my god,
can I look?
Great buys.
That was
and Paul.
high.
Please go back to what he was.
He literally picked the top.
This right there.
He literally picked the exact top.
Literally the top.
Literally the exact top on Alpine.
Alpine for Tech on February 10th was $8.50. It's currently.
Oh my God, February 9th, 83 cents. Oh my Lord, he literally picked the exact top.
If he's such a genius, why didn't he call it back here?
It's 2.25 now. You've lost 75% of your money. Enzolytics was 83 cents on February 10th.
Now it's 18 cents.
It's 18 cents.
That's an 80% drop.
Sunworks Inc. was $20 on February 10th.
Oh, $20?
Down to less than $6 today.
Oh my God.
So I'm not accusing anything, but there are YouTubers out there getting paid a lot of money that they need. They do not have businesses like us. I have two businesses outside of this. Paul jokes around about the 8 or 9 Mexican homes that are bringing in revenue on a monthly basis. These guys are sitting in their basement pumping these stocks.
Not us, the other people on YouTube.
Your reaction, Paul?
It's just the way the market is right now. I mean, whenever this happens, whenever the market's overhyped and overdone, this is what happens. You have random people looking like geniuses and the hype train, and there's more fraud during bull markets. I mean, this is a very, very real thing that happens over time. And for me, it's frustrating because I understand fundamentals and I understand these things and how they work and how the cycles work, but other people don't. I guarantee there are no financials that they looked at to determine. I mean, look at Sunworks, no PE. Look at Enzolytics, no PE. Look at Alpine, no PE. That means they don't make money.
These are not young companies, Paul. The second.
Look at this. Look at this 52-week hih and low for Alpine.
It's incredible.
3.8 cents to $9.49.
Why do we bring this up? I'll tell you why, folks. Is because as I started getting into this YouTube, I start questioning why these guys are talking about. What is their What's their
motive?
What is their motive?
I think they have one motive:
making money.
Making money.
They are using you as a viewer for some reason, pitching you these stocks at a high rate, telling them they're Paul. These were the best of his penny stocks. He had a whole list on this in this episode. These were some of the best that he had.
Is the video still up?
Well, and that's the funny part, folks, is Stock Moe has since deleted all of his videos prior to him gaining 100,000 subscribers. And he's turned off comments on a lot of videos. He has lost over 2/3 of his Patreon audience to this. So maybe people are finally wising up. But in the end, Paul, this is, I'm surprised you're not
I don't
fired
think
up,
it's malicious on his part. I just think there's a lack of knowledge and understanding. And I used to get very aggressive with this, but I've kind of gotten calmer in a way. I don't think it's malicious, but you don't look, you as an average viewer are not understanding sometimes what is fake if I was a terrible doctor and I came in and just started talking about blah, 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 you'd be like, oh my God, this guy's a genius. Why? Because, heck, you wouldn't even know I'm a doctor. If I walked into a place and said, hey, I'm a doctor, and I just talking about things with average people, they'd be like, yeah, this guy's a doctor. Look what he knows. I could be making up gibberish.
Yeah.
The financial world and YouTube, the one downside to it is understanding that there are so many people out there that as long as you have a camera, you're just a genius. Just like us. Are we genius? I don't know, but I have a process. I have a process that's proven over long periods of time to work. And I have a process that also says something very logical. If cash flow increases, value should increase. That's not illogical. If I said to you today, if your business made $1 million a year today, and 10 years in from now it made 10 million, should its value go up? Forget about the price of the business right now. Should the value go up? Your answer would be, yeah, it should go up by about 10 times. Great, that's all we have to understand. My goal is to see when price and value are disconnected. My goal is to sit there and say, here's value, here's price. I want to be buying when it's here. When price is below value. But unfortunately, we're probably somewhere in this range right now. And that's where hype, and that's where all these kids who are geniuses who tell me, oh, Paul, you don't get growth, you don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. I don't know what to say to that. I just don't get it.
Do you think anyone should be watching Stock Moe videos at this point?
No, I just don't think Stock Moe, and this isn't meant to, I used to be a lot more aggressive with them, and I'm trying to slow down. I just don't think he knows what he's talking. I know he doesn't know what he's talking about. He brags about being the head of the stock market team and is something like that. In the high school he taught, I don't know, something. He just doesn't understand numbers, understand value. One time we were watching his video, he was talking about earnings. It was estimated earnings for the future years. It wasn't real earnings. It was just like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Hey Seth, a good thing for you viewers that don't believe, this just popped up to me right now. I talk about this before. Go and look at these people's stock performance of past history. Just start typing in ticker symbols. You're going to see it's going to be a pattern like this every time. I'm going to do it for all three of these. I've done it for Neo. I've done it for Nikola. I just keep doing this over and over. This is how you guys can backtest their portfolios. I don't even need to draw it. I'll just
That's incredible.
Let me just do another one. SUNW. This is the one we just talked about. It's the same freaking thing. I mean, we can type in endless.
Now, what about your trading though? Your trading might have worked there.
I'm sure.
But why would trading have worked though?
Why don't we take a look and see what
trading would have worked because.
Okay, so we're going to go and look at this from my rules. So
what stock is this right now?
This is Sunworks.
Who gives a shit?
So we did a sweet spot reversal here. Okay, the trend started to move up very nicely. You could have added on this engulfing candlestick. You would have had a great run. And right here, when you dipped below 30, you would have sold out right here. So you would have bought here and sold right here. So
what can you look at
$8 to $18?
What about the volume?
Yeah, let's look at the volume. So I'm assuming that the volume is probably pretty excited back in those times. Let's see. What was that time frame? Do you remember?
February 10th is when he came out with this video telling everyone to buy at the peak.
Okay, so let's go here. Let's pull up volume. But guys, this is a great back test for you to do. This is where I would have added. The volume was 38 million.
38 million?
Million, yeah. And the average volume at that time was 7 million. So there's volume on it. So, but it goes to show, like this that I drew, this is that flagpole pattern. So you can absolutely trade flagpoles. Just know that when you get the flagpole pattern, it's going to come back down on you. But that just shows the rules would have worked. The rules work. The rules work. They don't have rules. Go and backtest all of their stocks that they talk about. You're going to see this, over and over and over.
Yeah, this stuff fires me up, Paul. You know, I'm certain he's probably a nice person. You're saying it's not maliciously done, but he is making money off of this and
off the channel.
Off the channel, and potentially.
My guess
potentially
is
off these companies that are paying him to do. Well,
first off, we know
YouTubers
for a fact his
this.
revenue is a lot lower than it was a few months ago, and I have to think that in the next few years, unless he changes his outlook, and maybe he want to sit there and maybe he'll sit there and realize, like I did, I can't understand why these went down. Then maybe value will scream out to him. I don't know. It's just value makes sense to people or it doesn't. That's what people say. Now, Seth didn't make sense to Seth at the beginning, but now over time, as he's been graining it, it does make sense, right?
Yeah, there was no value. I mean, Tesla was just a great company, so I just bought it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bitcoin sounded like a great idea, so I just bought it. So,
but what I like about our process is Mo just did the charts there in a company that I have no desire to own, but with the charts, it doesn't matter. I don't care what the company's financials are. It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
It does not matter. But when it comes to value and buying, and when they're sitting there saying, they'll sit there and say, look at the chart, and then look at the financials. I like to split them apart. Well, I'm gonna look at the chart, look at the financials, and make a decision based on one or the other.
Yeah.
Or both in different accounts. It doesn't matter.
100%. I'd go trade. I mean, I get questions on the morning show about probably the 17 companies from ARK that lose money. I could not care less if they lose money from a charting perspective. It doesn't matter to me.
All you're doing is riding momentum and riding all that stuff. And I'm all in favor of that.
Be careful out there if you're watching penny stock videos of these top YouTubers. If you found this video, you're lucky because they bury us underneath all of those. So yeah, be careful. If you like the way this sounds and this resonates, join our community, everythingmoney.com. We are not selling horse shit. We are selling you access to financial data in a clean, concise way with a couple tools on how to analyze it. That's it. No secret courses, no BS, no software, no nothing. I'm kidding.
No nothing.
No nothing. Yeah. Damn, I get fired up about this, Paul.
Yes, you do.
I'm ready to fight somebody. All right, fondle that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the Discord. You know I love you.
See you guys.